Hello everyone, it is I, Republic Studs, and welcome to my LEGO Star Wars Attack of the Clones Episode 2 Set Ideas video. Now today, I put together a comprehensive list of all the Attack of the Clone sets I would like to see LEGO make, and with the 20th anniversary of the movie coming out, I think it is appropriate time to do this list, as next year we might be seeing some special Attack of the Clone set, although I think it's kind of unlikely, namely because we didn't get that for the Phantom Menace. With that said, I'm going to ask you all to smash that like for the YouTube algorithm. It'll help me out a ton and get the video promoted to more and more people. And here is a picture of a nice, adorable looking puppy to make you want to hit the like button more. So the first setup I have here at $99 is Padme Star Cruiser, or $99.99. This is the one we first see at the beginning of the movie before, you know, it blows up. But this one I think would have a great minifigure selection of Captain Typho, Padme, the fake Padme maybe, Naboo Guard, Jango Fett, and R2-D2. I just think this would work super well. You know, maybe you'd even have a small N1 Naboo Starfighter with it. But this would just be a great $100 set. Now, I know in the last list for the Phantom Menace, we did one of these. Padme has like 4 different Star Cruisers between the 3 movies, which is ridiculous, and I chose this one because I thought this one looked the coolest, even though we didn't see the interior that much. But yeah, I think it would be a nice little set. And next up, let's move into the other one. And this is Padme's Room and Speeder Chase. Now, this is not a new idea, obviously. We have gotten a Speeder Chase before, which is why I included Padme's Room. This is a set ideas for things LEGO hasn't made. But also, it would be nice to see a new Speeder Chase. Obviously, we haven't gotten one since 2002, I believe, and they're yellow heads in the original one. But, you know, you get Sam's Speeder, you get ObiWan Speeder, and you get maybe Zam Wesell's droid. The figures you'd get would obviously be Padme, you could get Anakin, you could get Obi-Wan, and you could get Zam Wesell, and, you know, maybe even Jar Jar Binks, maybe in some senatorial gear. I don't know, I think that could be pretty fun. And yeah, I just think that would be an absolutely great figure selection and just a fun set. I was thinking around $35 to $40 if they were to do all those figures, but if they were to cut it down to, say, 3 or 4 with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Zam Wesell, or just Padme, then I think they get away with doing it for around like 30. But, you know, it could even go around 50. I'm not 100% sure. But let's get into one of my favorite ones, which is Dexs Diner. Now, at $29.99, I think this little vignette mock I've seen when I was coming up with the pictures for this, I love the way this thing looks. It's just a nice little cutout section, and if you want to make the full diner, you could probably just connect it or whatever, like, I don't know, like put them together, because it's like a little corner. Obviously the figures you'd include in here are Dex, Obi-Wan, and a droid. Maybe you could squeeze in another alien or something, but I think, you know, this would be perfectly fine. The waiter droid would be obviously great. You know, it would come with a small booths, a kitchen, just an all-around great thing. We haven't really gotten anything like this in LEGO Star Wars, and Dex's Diner is such a unique part of Star Wars. I'd be really excited to actually see them do something like this. Around $30, I think is fair. You know, maybe they can get away with 40, especially with the way, you know, LEGO Star Wars sets are going. But yeah, I think it would be pretty neat. And then next up, we have some helmet sets, which is my next ideas. And the main one I chose at $69.99 is Jango Fett's helmet. It would basically be a recolor of the Boba Fett one. I have it. It's great. I'd like to see Jango Fett. He's a main character in Attack of the Clones, and I think that would be a cool helmet. And another one, obviously, would be a Phase 1 Clone Trooper. Just plain white, to the point. I don't think they need to get any more in-depth than that. I think it would just be a nice thing. $69.99. I would buy, like, 2 of those. Like, that would be great. I'd love to get a, you know, helmet set of those. But then next up, I have one that's pretty similar to a set we recently got this year, a Tuscan Hut. Now, this would be a little morbid, but it would be in the same style as the Encounter on Tatooine set we got with Mando, Grogu, and the Tuscan Raider, and you got a little Tuscan Hut, a speeder. But in this case, I think I do like a full hut, like instead of a cut-in-half one. But this would come with Anakin, his mother, you know, the scene where she dies, and a male Tuscan, and maybe the women and the children, too. I don't know, maybe. No, that would be it would be a very morbid thing. I don't think LEGO would ever do it, specifically for that reason. And then the build on top of it being a hut would also probably come with Anakin's speeder, which LEGO did do a set of Anakin's, like, speeder before he went and murdered all the Tuscans. But yeah, that would be around $24.99, maybe $29.99. And then next up, we have a pretty fun one. And I could not find a decent picture of, like, what I'm thinking in my mind for the life of me. But it is a Master Builder Series Camino set. Now this would be around $349.99, same style as the Cantina or sets along those lines. It would come with command rooms, cloning chambers, training rooms, the conference areas, like you see in the Bad Batch, ship platforms. And I think, since all these different sets come with small, ships with it, having a mini-scaled Boba, or Jango Fett Slave 1, rather, would be great. And just to name a few. And then, it could also duel as even a Bad Batch set, which would be pretty fun, and Clone Wars, combination. So here are the figures I chose. I chose Obi-Wan Kenobi, R4, Prime Minister Lama Su, Tan Wee, and Nala Se. I just thought getting 3 Kaminoans in there was a must for a Camino set. Jango Fett, young Boba Fett would be great, too. Shaak Ti, she was one of the main Jedi there. 99, obviously, would be great. I love 99. Omega and AZ would be fantastic. And then I put 8 Phase 1 Clone Troopers. There's really a lot of room there. They could have cadets in there. They could have different, ARC Troopers. They could have I just put these to be safe. They could really do anything, could really spice it up. They have the gray Camino guards, but I just think this would be most appropriate, especially seeing, the way they handled the recent ones. And, hey, maybe it could even be regular Phase 1 clones. I mean, it really depends what you're looking for. If it was a pure Attack of the Clone set, they could certainly make up room for figures and different types. I'm sure it wouldn't be that difficult at all. I'm just sad that they didn't have, a picture. I would picture, they do the Camino buildings, and they just stack them up, and they're smaller, and they each have their own individual room. I don't know, that's just my guess. But next up for a set at $69.99, I have the Droid Factory on Geonosis. We haven't gotten this set, surprisingly. I wish we did. There's so many set concepts. This would be a fantastic set. It would come with a bunch of series of contraptions to escape. The best example I have, and by the way, I love the mock I was just showing for that. But the best example I think I could give is something like the Toy Story 3 Trash Compactor set. It would just be something like that. I think that would work fantastically. You have 6 droids in there. I know LEGO is very stingy with those, so I'm trying to be realistic. And then also top of that, you'll get Padme and Anakin. You'll get 3PO in his rusted version. Maybe you switch out the heads of a droid as a play feature. Then you get R2-D2, maybe a Geonosis or Jango Fett, which is all very exciting. And then next up for a Microfighter Attack of the Clones set idea. They've done a lot of Attack of the Clones Microfighters, actually. So the one I chose was Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter at $10. I just thought it was an easy, safe one. They hadn't really done it. It's a pretty prominent ship. They've done UCS sets of it before. Now, next up, this is one I really want to see. And it is another Master Builder series. I love this line of sets. I love them. But this would be the Petronaki Arena, or Geonosian Arena, $349.99. Now, this would just be a jam-packed set. You'd get all the creatures, you get, the Acklay and all those fun things. You get Anakin and all them riding it. It would just be fantastic. You get mini droidicas. You get loads of features behind the wall. There's a wall. You could have, features behind that wall. And, Count Dooku's, fight with Yoda or whatever. It would be great. It would be really fantastic. And I think the figures for this would be an Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padme Amidala, Jango Fett, Count Dooku, Boba Fett, Mace Windu, Poggle the Lesser. I was thinking even Nuke Gunray maybe, but I don't know. 4 Phase 1 Clone Troopers, Ki-Adi-Mundi. I just think you need to get a random Jedi in there. 8 B-1 battle droids in their Geonosian appearance, a droidka, and maybe you could get in some B2, the Gunmetal Grey droids, and maybe 2 Geonosians. I just think that would be absolutely perfect of a set. I would enjoy that so much. Everyone would buy that out. Imagine they made the Cantina, but they made it a Geonosis set. That would just be so great. You get all those figures. You get a pretty fantastic build. And I really just like that idea. I absolutely love it. Now let's move into another idea. And this would be almost a small set you could put inside of it. Or inside this one. As a little add-on. But this would be a Petronaki Arena playset type thing. I didn't know exactly how to describe it. I think of the snail tank when I think of this type of a set. If you were to put the snail tank in there. But this would just be come with that speeder that you see Padme and Anakin on in Attack of the Clones in the oh my, I don't even know what to call it, in the Petronaki Arena. And you get Padme with this, a droidka, maybe a Ayla Sakura or a Phase 1 clone or a B1 battle droid. I just think that would be great. You get all the Lady Jedi and Padme in there. Just a nice $29 add-on set would be a really fun little thing they didn't do too much of, but I think it would be a really neat thing just to add more and more to the battle scene, which would be great. Now next up for $29.99, we have Yoda's forward command post. Now this one's pretty straightforward. It would be like a command post. We've gotten battle packs of stuff like this before, but it would be like a big version, just, you know, for a fun little resemblance of the Attack of the Clones, you know, battle, like field battle. You come with Yoda, a clone commander in the yellow. You get maybe even a clone lieutenant. You get 2 Phase 1 clones, and maybe 2 B1 battle droids and a droid cut. And, you know, it would probably come with way less figures than that, but I think it would be neat. I mean, at minimum, you're getting Yoda, a clone commander, and a few droids. But that would be all very cool. And then next up, we have one that I don't know how LEGO has it made, and it could be a UCS version. I'm just saying it's a play scale version, kind of in the same style of the new Moff Gideon's Cruiser or Venator or what have you. But at $169.99, you have the Acclamator class assault ship. This is one of the most iconic vehicles from the prequels. I cannot believe this has not been made in nearly any form in LEGO. I don't think maybe like a small micro build, but that's it. So you get room inside for a command room, which would be great. In the back, you could have like the front, you know, the bridge, and you'd have all these different areas. I think Palpatine would be a perfect figure to put in here, since you see him kind of looking over the clone army on Coruscant. You know, you get 3 Phase 1 clones just to armor up. You get a clone lieutenant, maybe in just regular officer gear, just to, you know, be an officer in the bridge. And then maybe you get Mace Windu. I think he would work perfectly for this type of a thing. Just a fun little set. Again, in the same style of the Moff Gideon's Cruiser. It would just be fan-friggin-tastic. Now, my final pick here is a UCS Att. Now, this would be around $359 or $49. It would go right alongside perfectly with whatever the UCS gunship will look like, and it will go great along the UCS Att. I just think, like, next year, this set better come out. That would be the perfect set to have alongside the gunship and the Att. It's just a big, ginormous Lego walker, like 6-legged walker. You know, it would just have a great figure variety. It could have like 2 figures, and if it had 2 figures, you know, I figure you'd get 1 clone tankman, and then, you know, I came up with a few Jedi. You could do Boltar Swan, which Lego hasn't done before. She was a pretty cool Jedi. You do Kit Fisto, which they haven't done in a while, and they do a nice all detailed out Kit Fisto. Maybe even Plo Koon with his yellow lightsaber. I don't know. It could really vary, and I think it would be a absolutely fantastic idea for Lego to do. I don't know why they haven't made a UCS Att, same way I don't understand why they haven't made a UCS gunship. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this set ideas video. If you did, please remember to smash like for the YouTube algorithm. And with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.